Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So, things may look a little strange on the desk right now, and that's basically because I just have one car to unbox today for you guys. It's the Jay Leno tank car from the Hot Wheels Premium Jay Leno's Garage. Pretty recent release, so we'll pop that open in just a second here and check that out. But more importantly, are these two cars. I have a Matchbox and a Hot Wheels truck here, two Chevys. So in my last video, I asked you guys basically, would anybody be interested in seeing me do some customs? And to which I got a lot of positive responses. A lot of you guys responded, yeah, we'd love to see it. So I've selected these two candidates here. These both of these castings. This is a Matchbox 1970 Chevy El Camino. As you can see, I've already drilled out the posts on here to get them apart. I'll get into that a little later. If you've never done a custom or seen a custom, what you do is you drill out the rivets on the bottom so you can take them apart. This is a 69 Chevy pickup truck. Both of these cars were donated to me from my father, from his collection, so I'm sure he'll be excited to see some custom work on his stuff. But like I said here, you can see I drilled this post out so you can take the base off. I will be swapping the wheels over. That's actually why they're already drilled out, is because I wanted to make sure that all the wheel and tire packages that I got for them would fit. I actually haven't checked this one yet, so we're going to check that in just a moment. But that's what the inside of a Hot Wheels looks like. If you've never seen that before, there you go. Losing our windshield here. So, and I can relatively easily click this back together. This guy, I'm probably going to be using a bit of super glue on that. I know a lot of people like to drill a smaller hole into the post and put like a little screw in there. I'm lazy, so I'm going to use super glue. And then this Matchbox 1970 El Camino, which is really sweet. I did check to see if there are wheels that fit this, and they do. This one, I think I'll be able to just, yeah, that one takes some force to get apart. So I will be able to probably just kind of clip this back together. But as you can see, I did have to modify those little axle holders there. And forgive me, my hands are filthy again. But just to make a little bit more room for the new axles that I got for these guys. So without getting, oh boy, yeah, this is gonna be tricky putting this one back together. I think I gotta kind of like lay the axles into it first and then put the base on while it's upside down. Here we go. Ugh. Yeah, nice tight fit. This one will be sweet. I'm excited about that. But let's get the Jay Leno tank car. Let's check this thing out for a minute without getting too sidetracked from our customs. So let me get this guy out of the box and we'll check this out. This thing is absolutely wild. So I'm sure everybody here knows who Jay Leno is, you know, talk show host, comedian, car collector, bazillionaire, whatnot. This is the tank car from his collection. I probably really should have looked into at least some kind of information about this thing. It kind of looks like maybe an old Bugatti or something. I don't know. There's a little, there we go, right into the camera. There's a little red emblem on the front there. Yeah, I'm really not sure what this thing is. It's insane, whatever it is. It's absolutely insane. It obviously has a tank engine in it. From what kind of tank, I'm not sure. Maybe a Sherman or something. I don't know. I really should have looked into this thing a little more. But it's absolutely crazy looking. This car is so cool. And I really just wanted to show this thing to you guys before I forget about it. But I don't think I'm going to be taking this guy apart or anything like that. Although I guess it could use some little headlight details in there. But, you know, whatever. Very cool. Very, very cool. I'll take a look underneath real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this thing, although it is really crazy looking. Maybe I might bring it out in another video and go over some facts for it. But we have 2021 Mattel Jay Leno tank car made in Thailand. Yeah, That thing is absolutely insane. You can see on the card there, this is a replica, obviously, of Jay Leno's actual tank car. Yeah, that thing is absolutely wild. There's the little hood emblem there. I'm not really sure what this is. And then, of course, Hot Wheels doesn't tell us literally anything about it other than it's the Jay Leno tank car. So, either way, we'll get that guy parked up. We'll stick that up there for now. I might bring that back in another video so we can go over it again. So make sure you stay tuned. But for right now, what I think we're going to do is, so I have some wheels picked out for this El Camino. I have not yet picked out wheels for this Chevy, so I'll show you guys. I grabbed, Greenlight sells wheel and tire packages. So we have some GMC wheels here, which I'm probably going to use on the Chevy. And then in this package here, I've already opened them, but you can see they are Corvette wheels. So I picked out some Corvette wheels for the El Camino. I know. But here they are here. If we can, there you go. There's a good look at them. In my dirty hands. I'll pop these into the El Camino real quick so I can, so you guys can get a look at it. It looks substantially better with real rubber wheels and tires. And then I'll also probably take these wheels and tires out and get something from the GMC pack over there into these guys, or into that guy. So give me 1 second. All right, so I did pick out some wheels and tires for the C10. I do have to hold the back together for you guys here, but I think both vehicles already look substantially better if we could focus on them. There we go. There is the C10 with the GMC wheels, a little small in the back. I did go with a slightly wider tire. I swapped some tires off of a different wheel set in that package. I can try and keep that together there. Yeah, those wheels look fantastic though. God, I wish this would focus. Oh my God. There we go. Maybe you can see that. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, already though, both models look substantially better with the more realistic wheels and tires. Here's the El Camino with the Corvette wheels under it. That looks much better as well. Very, very cool stuff. So I guess next step would be to probably spray the bases of the cars in a primer so I can detail them in and then start stripping the paint off of the casting itself. So I guess you'll probably be rejoining me once these are stripped down. I am using citrus strip here, this stuff. Yeah, citrus strip paint and varnish stripping gel. So we'll get these down to the bare metal, clean them up, and get a primer coat on them. So you'll probably see them next when they are bare metal. Okay, so I have them stripping in a box here. As you can see, the El Camino really peeled nicely. You can just kind of glob that paint off with the toothbrush there. That is working really well. It seems that Matchbox's paint is a little bit thinner than Hot Wheels. The Hot Wheels there, you can see the hood is starting to peel, but the rest of the truck, Hot Wheels like layers up their cars with paint to cover a lot of the blemishes sometimes. So I'm sure we might be doing some sanding to this guy, getting rid of some casting lines, things like that. But they are starting to peel rather nicely. Yeah, you can see the paint is starting to bubble up on the side there. I'll give you a little idea of how it, yeah, there we go. It's starting to come off. Oh, there's some metal. There we go. Gotta keep globbing this stuff on here because it's not exactly if you watch any other custom channels, some of those guys use citrus strip, some of them use some more heavy duty stuff. The citrus strip seems a bit less violent than some of the other chemicals that you can use to strip these guys down with, so we'll come back to that when they're a little further along. Okay, so the El Camino seems to be the paint stripped off a bit faster than the C10. So I've been making some progress with this guy. As you can see, there's some sanding marks on the side. I was scraping down some casting lines. I've gone over it with a little pick here and just tried to get some of the paint, although you can see there's a little bit left in that corner there. But anything left in little crevices like door jams and stuff that the paint stripper didn't quite get, I actually see a spot where I can do some picking and sanding right there. So give me 1 second. Okay, but yeah, as you can see, this guy is just about ready for paint. I do want to go over this with a wire brush and just kind of clean up any little imperfections and leftovers of paint strip or anything like that. So I'm gonna have to go find a wire brush, but very interesting stuff to look at here. So this is what the actual casting of the car looks like. You can see there's a lot more detail to the vehicle, or to each casting from stuff like Matchbox and Hot Wheels. There's a lot more detail than you realize because they load them up with so much paint that it just, you know, it fills in all the details. I mean, this thing has like hood pins on it. It's got the little cowl flap up here, you know, door handles, all kinds of cool stuff on here that you just can't really see because it's so loaded up with paint. But, well, it is what it is. I guess I'm going to go hit this thing with some primer and go check on how the interior pieces are doing, see if they're ready to at least be brought inside or flipped over or whatnot. So I'm going to take this outside with me, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we have reached my least favorite part, and that is the part where I have to allow the primer to dry, which means sitting around and doing nothing. But here is our prepped and primed El Camino. Get a good look at it. I have it on little 4 snips right now, so I can't exactly work the angles here, but there you go. There you go. There's a nice front view. Paint is, the primer is nice and thin, although it is a little thick on that one headlight. Huh. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better, but yeah. Might have some, there we go. There's the focus. Might have to do some magic with the detail pen to get that headlight looking perfect. That paint did lay a little heavy in there, but quite all right. So you guys will be seeing this again, probably, oh, I don't know. Maybe when we come back, we'll do a little update on the pickup truck, see where that guy's at. So we'll get that into a safe place. Yeah, the truck is getting there. That paint is peeling right off of there. That is going to come out very nice. I think this is just about ready to hit the sink. So I'm going to pause you guys again. Yeah, you can see that paint is just falling off of that truck. Ooh. So we'll take this guy over to the sink and get it cleaned up. All right, something really cool I want to show you guys. I know I already talked about this and the some of the details that you find on these vehicles. This is our 69 C10. I'm just working on picking out some of the leftover paint on here. There's a little bit underneath. I'm not too worried about this stuff underneath because you're never going to see it. But stuff in like the little crevices and cracks again, like I always say. But something really cool that I noticed about this truck now that all 38,000 layers of paint have been stripped off of it, in the bed, you can actually see there is wood grain detail cast into the bed. And you would never know because of how much paint they layer onto these cars. So I'll be sure to do something like I'll probably paint that a nice brown with a nice thin paint so you get all the wood grain detail when we're done with this thing. So just another little cool detail I wanted to point out there. Okay, so here is the El Camino. Now, if you'll remember, the one headlight looked a little filled in with paint, but fortunately, this stuff does seem to dry nice and thin, so you can please just focus on the car. Oh my goodness. There we go. You can see our headlight details are safe. on the Elco. So we'll get him over where do I put it? All right. And so for the C10, this is our first primer coat. I am going to go back over it one more time, just very lightly, as well as hit the inside too, because I forgot to hit the inside with primer. But yeah, that laid very nice, very thin. As you can see there, we're maintaining a lot of detail. So I'm just going to go and get the inside of this guy real quick. Alright guys, so it's been a little while. I've given the primer some time to kind of harden. We do have our first coat of paint on the El Camino. I've gone with this very nice medium blue. It's kind of a metal flake metallic blue. Very nice looking color. I'm trying to get it like, I'm really trying to not drag it across the desk here. This is the first time I've used, gosh, this is not a good angle at all. This is the first time I've used testers. Yeah, spray enamel. Usually I like to use Tamiya, but I tried testers out today because that's what they had at Hobby Lobby, and I must say the Tamiya stuff seems a little better, or at least I like it a little better. I don't know if the camera's quite picking it up, but there is a little bit of unevenness in this coat. Granted, it is still the first coat. I'm probably going to do about maybe 2 or 3, but it does look nice, so we'll see how it looks after the next coat. And then the pickup truck has been drying for a little while now. Make sure this isn't going to fall here. There we go. Here is the C10. And see how that's doing. Getting there. I'll probably take this out and paint it rather soon. So be back, I guess, for you guys in just a minute. Alright guys, so unfortunately the El Camino is starting to just turn out super duper runny. This blue paint, like I said, this tester stuff, I don't know if I'm going to be using this again. I might just stick to Tamiya. They seem to be, you know, a little more usable. This stuff is just super goopy. Although, so I am actually going to be just plopping this thing, ooh, easy there. I'm going to be plopping this back into the paint stripper and starting from scratch with this guy. So, in you go. Sorry about that, bud. But on the bright side, the C10 is actually coming out quite nicely. Looks very, very good. That metal flake paint looks absolutely awesome. Really, really liking that. So I'm excited for this thing to finish drying. The base is still drying as well. And then once that's all dry, we'll get everything back together and start doing some of our detailing of like little things like the grill and marker lights, things of that nature. Here's a slightly better look at how the paint's turning out on the C10. Looks very, very nice. If I can try and get this just right here. Yeah, you can see the metal flake in that looks really good. If we can focus on the actual truck. Come on, buddy. Come on, camera. There we go. Yeah, so I'm really excited for how that's going to turn out. As you can see, my super steady hands here. That's why one of the many reasons I kind of stray away from customs is not the steadiest hands in the world for small details like that. And I know, I'm sure there are some people that are going to be telling me like, oh, you should have done this way or that this way. And, you know, this is by no means an instructional video. I'm just doing what I know how to do with what I know how to buy. So, you know, I'm sure there are things that I could do to make these come out a little better and different paints and different procedures I could use. But, you know, it is what it is. I like to do them my way. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you real quick, I have been adding in some little chrome details on the C10 because we are making progress with that. This is the reason why I picked 2 different vehicles. is because I figured at least one of them would probably have an issue with the paint job, so I at least still have one to work on here if I can't focus on it. Here we go. There it is. Yeah, just adding a little bit of chrome to the marker plate. Let me see if I can get a better shot of this here. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, I've just added a bit of chrome to the marker lights, door handles, and then the little vents on the front bumper there. We added some chrome as well, so that'll look very nice once it's all together. And I may add some more chrome to the rear here to just add a splash of detail to that, maybe. But we'll see. Alright guys, so the El Camino is in the goo right now. I guess I'll probably rinse that off just in a few minutes here because that is just about ready for another coat of paint. So we're going to try again with that one. I may use a different primer, but in better news, the 69 Chevy C10 is just about ready. Alright guys, so here's the 69 Chevy C10 after a full custom paint job and a bit of chrome detail, some new wheels, and some new rubber tires. That metal flake paint job looks absolutely awesome. I would like to put a coat of clear on this, but I don't have any gloss clear coat right now, so I may have to wait a little while. And I'm probably going to paint in the detail for the bed in there once I get some clear coat as well. So I don't think this is the last we're going to see of this truck, but I think for today, because this has kind of been an all-day process here, I'll move it in so you can get a little bit better view of it. I think for today's purposes, I'm just about done with this guy. I'm going to keep chipping away at the El Camino and wrap this video up for you guys once I finish the El Camino. So, sorry, get a bit of a steadier camera angle there. But yes, that is the 67 Chevy C10, or I'm sorry, 69 Chevy C10. It was a Hot Wheels, now it's an old Greg's Diecast custom. So there you go. Very cool truck. I like it a lot. I think it's really cool looking. Definitely have to stick that one up on the shelf. So obviously stay tuned. It won't be long for you guys, but it's probably going to be a little while for me. So I am going to finish up the El Camino and we'll check that one out next. Alright, so the Elco is back from its second round of, my goodness, this is impossible. Hang on one second for me, folks. Okay, so it is basically impossible for my camera to focus on anything that is directly in front of it. Really cool feature. But anyway, yeah, I can't really hold the four snips or whatever you want to call them and film the car at the same time and try to refocus it every 2 seconds. But this is what the El Camino is looking like right now. I just re-primered it, so this is our attempt number 2 with the El Camino. I have here, I forgot how awesome Tamiya paint is. I actually had some lying around. Even though this is the for plastics, it works just fine on die-cast metal as well. As you can see, it just lays so smooth and so perfectly. My God, please just focus on the car. Focus on the thing that is directly in front of the camera. Oh my goodness. There we go. Yeah, so that primer looks really good. So I'm going to get ready to hit this with actually some red now, some Tamiya red that I have from some of my RC cars. So stay tuned and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Alright guys, so here is the C10, one more time, the 69 C10. Pretty much finished for the time being. I may go back and add some more detail like I said previously. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. This video is going to be made up, well, it's going to be one continuous video for for you guys obviously, but for me this has been various segments throughout the day and just recording different things. But the El Camino is all done, so I will show you how it came out. I think it looks fantastic. Now I know the red that I painted it in actually turned out to be pretty similar to the red that it was initially, but I don't know. I think it looks better. The only thing I will say, I'm just going to show you this real quick, is the reverse lights did not quite come out the way I wanted them to. They kind of ran. The paint was still not quite perfectly dry, but the rest of the car looks great. I did get the hood pins detailed on there, headlights, chrome grille with the Chevrolet emblem in the front. The wheels look great on there. Nice white interior on that one as well. The interiors came out great on both of these, so I'll put them down here together. So there you have it, guys. That is, like you said, you wanted to see me do some customs. Well, there you go. There are my two new customs. We've got the 69 Chevy C10 in that metal flake green. There we go. There's a nice picture, or a nice focus. With the GMC wheels from Greenlight Wheels. So originally that was a Hot Wheels. Now it's an Old Greg's custom. And then the 1970 Chevy El Camino, now an Old Greg's custom. Very, very fun. Some parts were a little annoying. I know some people find this to be quite therapeutic. I myself, not so much. I mean, every once in a while it is fun to tear one apart and paint it up, you know, the way you like it. But personally, I like just unboxing them and enjoying them. But let me know if you'd like to see another custom in the future. Maybe I'll throw another video together like this one. And I'll try some different techniques, see if we can get some better results. But for today, I'm pretty pleased with how these two cars came out. They look really, really cool. And I'm really excited to put these up on the shelf with the rest of my stuff now that they, you know, rubber tires and a lot of detail really makes me happy to add them to the collection. So, unfortunately, I didn't really take any before pictures of these, so you'll have to rewind to the beginning of the video and then to the end of the video here. But make sure, guys, if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. You know, let me know if you'd like to see more of this kind of stuff. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, and I will see you guys in the next video.